Hello, YouTube. What's happening? Tonight we are on our way to 10K. All right, here we go. Tonight we are going to be doing the jellyfish and some wild ornaments. What's up? All right, so tonight we are working on jellyfish and a couple awesome objects. I'm going to pull this jellyfish point real quick. Make it pretty damn epic. Make the top of the jellyfish, or at least the base of it, first. Then we'll go from there. Right there. I think we're good. What's happening, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome to the Glow Show. Oh, man. I think I got some allergies kicking my butt. Yep, we are making a jellyfish. Gonna make a mini jellyfish though. This one's gonna be about, I'm gonna try and go 3/4 to half the size. It's hard to make it really too small because those tentacles get really fragile. So it's gonna be difficult for that. Callie, what's up, Callie? How are ya? No, she won't be home till Saturday. Yeah, Saturday is the target date. But that's okay. I mean, they're doing what they have to do. And that's okay with me. All right, we're going to hit record here. There we go. So we're going to do the jellyfish, but I'm going to try and make it a smaller version of it. I don't know how it's going to work out, but we're going to try it. I'm pretty sure I can get a small version done, but there's a point where it's too small too. All right, so first thing is we're going to trim off the top here. So I'll use this to make the top of the jellyfish. We're going to park it in the kiln real quick. Let it sit there for a while, bake up and soak up some heat. Then we'll start building the tentacles right now. Yeah, I think smaller is going to be amazing. Hi, Karen. There we go. It's nice being able to monitor the chat. All right, I'm going to try out. I got a bunch of these small uranium bits. Make sure I got my black light handy. Yep. So everybody can see what the heck they do. All right, black light is handy. Actually, I'm going to just park it up here somewhere. Are you magnetic? Oh. That must be aluminum. Okay. Gonna have to reach over there. That's fine. So I'm gonna try building the smaller tentacle. They are the meta glasses, correct. But they have special lenses in them. I had them custom built. Got that. Okay, let's get this rolling. So we're going to attach it here. So this is the uranium glass. That is what's making the jellyfish tentacles glow, which is pretty awesome. And we're going to attach it there. So this one I did with 3 different colors. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to kind of add some color to it and see how it works. It gives it a little bit of definition. So we're going to add a little bit of that on there. A little bit of slime green. Like that. And we're going to take some funky lime green and add it in. And here we go. I'm going to need like 9 to 10 of these though. I don't know how I'm going to fit 9 or 10 in there though. All right, so we're going to grab tentacle number 1, attach, and go. And here we go. Oh, what's up, Rastagal? So we're going to have to pull very thin, heat it up. So that'll give me the first little tentacle that's coming down. I'd be able to do 2 at a time. That would be nice. Clean that up. Let that sit out. MH Amy Hero, thank you so much for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. So yeah, we are making the jellyfish tonight. Uranium. Yeah, I can do pumpkins. I just don't really focus on them. There's so many people that make pumpkins. It's like, it's difficult not to try and do the same thing everybody else is doing. You know, I try and stay a little unique. All right, here we go. So we're going to do tentacle number 2. So we are doing this tonight. And that is with the uranium. So we got to heat this up. We're also on our way to 10K. I might actually get 3 out of this. This small one might be pretty fast. So we just pull it down. Got 3 colors bouncing through there. Then we're going to heat it up and give it some twisties. Without melting the damn thing off. Yeah, that's going to work. So yeah, this is the smaller version of that. Well, it doesn't look like it's going to be, but let's hope it is. All right, let's burn this one off. Yeah, I'm hoping this is fast. That'd be good. I'd like to be able to offer these for sale for a reasonable price. Okay, we're going to do the last little tentacle here. This one I'm not going to curve around too much. I just want it to kind of get squiggly. You don't want them all looking the same. So this one is a little more straightforward down versus the really curly Q version. So that's the super curly Q version. Mix them in together and hopefully they will all fit. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, that works. Yeah, we're working on the tentacles. The melting point of glass is right around 2,800 or so. And thank you. Yeah, this is the snowman we did from last night. This has the, well, damn it, get off. It says the candy cane on it and then the holly on this side. This is just one of one. And we're going to have to do a silent auction on it. Because I said, if you're interested in it, message me. And I literally got way too many messages. So to be fair, we'll do a silent auction. What's up, April? Chelsea. Can I make you bright green? No, I don't do any bowls. That kind of bowl. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, so this is a combination of Molten Aura and North Star. This is Old Illuminati and Ion. I don't care which is which. It's all going to look good. Oh, awesome. You got your 0? That's amazing. You love it? It's cool as heck, right? Okay, so we're going to add that on there. I appreciate that. A bowl you can put over a light box? Oh, depends on how big. I'm limited on size. On how big I can go. That's the drawback of this type of glass blowing, is you are very limited on size. You have a certain point where it just things become unmanageable. First time viewer, awesome, Ronald. Welcome in. Welcome. Glad to have you. What's up, Groves? All right, let's hit this up. Nope, the only dab is on my hair. A dab of gel. B2B, sticky gel. That's the only dab in here. You do not want me on that type of stuff. Trust me, I've got enough on my stuff going on. I do not need any help being creative. All right. So there is the rod. It's got 3 colors to it. It's got the uranium, actually 4. It's got the uranium, slime, shimmer green, and then a lime green. That's okay, Groves. You're all good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Groves. All good. Yep, I am reading all the comments. Guy Fieri, triple D. No, I'm kind of an A size. I'm about an A. I'm not a D, let alone a triple D. All right, let's go. So we're making the tentacles for the jellyfish. Gotta pull this way down. Thanksgiving, I am going to be on here. The other uranium rod was molten aura ion. Is that loop glass technique very hard to find? Yep, it is extremely hard. There's a reason for it. Okay, so we pulled it really thin, and we're going to start making the tentacles. Just going to kind of bend these around a little. So I'm doing the jellyfish, but I'm trying a small version of it. So this one's more of one of the more straight ones. We're going to pull that off, and then we're going to make a super curved one here. I'm going to try and mix them up a lot. All right, here we go. So that one, again, is more, that one's going to be more towards the center of the jellyfish. And the next one I'm going to do is going to have a lot more curves. It'll be more on the outside. What's up, Tim? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. This is getting really short. All right, so we're going to take this one and we're going to pull it into a much more twisty. But in order to do that, this end's a little thicker. I need to use that end. So we're just going to spin it around. Coil her up. So this one you can see has a lot more spiral twisty to it. This is going a lot faster than before. So we got 5 done. I probably want to have 10 on hand, just in case. I have no idea. That one kid, thank you for the pumpkin pie. Appreciate that. I don't do Prince Rupert's drops. They're to me, they're A, dangerous, and B, a waste of glass. We're using uranium. We are using the uranium glass. So while this is cooling, I can show you, see it lights up really, really well under black light. It even looks good in regular light. I like the color even raw. Without a black light, it looks good. All right, let's add in the accents here. A little bit of that. Some lime green slime. Yeah, uranium glass will be sold out quite often. That's why when it's available, you buy like 10 pounds of it. That's what I do. 10 to 15 pounds. Then you're good for a while. Yeah, we're on our way to 10K on the tube. We're almost there. We are getting close to 10K. The exact cost of this glass, the uranium, about $150 a pound. Yeah, uranium's about $150 a pound. Share some ion? No, thanks, buddy. Not doing it. Okay, now we're fully encased there. All right, we're going to stretch this out, make some more. I might get 3 out of this. We'll see. The glass cost, yeah, glass is way more than to run the torch. The torch is just, the gas is minimal. All right, we got to stretch this out, and then I can start doing the bendies. Oxygen and propane are the two gases. Unless my dog Fritz is in here, then there's a third gas. So we just pull it down a little bit thinner. Woodworking, what's up? What's up, Tia? How are ya? So yeah, there are 4 colors running through here. Now we're just going to heat it up and do some bends. This right now is the easiest part. I'm going to really kind of spiral this one. All right, we got 5 built. So this one has a lot more twists and turns to it. Yep, doing the jellyfish. Except I'm going to try a smaller version of it. I don't want it quite as big. I'm trying to go a little bit smaller. Burn this little chunk off here. I hate taking these little chunks off, but we'll turn it into something later. There's a lot of uranium in all this. Okay. This one, we're just going to give it a nice, smooth flow to it. Not a lot of twists and turns. Now we're going to burn it off here. So that one has a lot less bending to it. And the reason I do that is as I start assembling it, if they have too many bumps or twists and turns, they're not going to go together. Yep, we're making the jellyfish. We're getting close. We're 7 tentacles in. I think I could do 2 more and get away with it. I'm going to try and use a longer piece here and see if we can get 3 out of it. And then I'll be really set. Find a little bit, just the right size. Thought I had one perfect one here. Oh, there we go. That'll work. Yep. Need a turkey? I don't know if I could do a turkey. Colleen, she's doing super fantastic. I hope to get her Saturday. I hope I can go pick her up. That's the plan from the doctors at the moment. Go get her Saturday. So I'm pretty excited to go get her. All right, here we go. We are striping down. Gonna take the slime and go on the other side. Okay, we got two. I'm gonna have to use a little bit different. There we go. Me too, 44. Well, I'm not completely alone, but this is my job. This is why I love live streaming, because I get to interact with people. My studio is completely silent otherwise. This is a very isolating job. Not a lot of people around at all. So it's my opportunity to hang out with people, chat with everybody, meet new people. That's always cool. Yeah, I'm hoping. No, they won't let me in the hospital right now because I had a fever a couple days ago. So they're not letting me in the hospital, and that's understandable. I let them know that I did have one, and they preferred that I not go in. And I understand it. So I won't be able to visit her. But she does have friends going. You feel your art is created in isolation? I don't know. What's up, Joey? All right, now this has 4 colors. Got the uranium, the lime, the shimmer green, and the slime. We're going to pull this down a little bit thinner, then we'll start making the tentacles, and then we'll start making the jellyfish. I only have 3 tentacles to go. Then we're going to put the jellyfish together. If you're just now tuning in, it is the right time. So we're going to pull this down. Yeah, I should be able to get 3 out of this. Definitely. So let's give some bends and see how we do. I'll try and really swoop these. Okay, there is that tentacle. Pull that apart. Yeah, we're good. We're going to grab it here, do 2 more. Then we're starting the entire process. I got enough to wind this up. Let's go big. There we go. So this one we wound up a lot. These have to kind of go on the outside, because they do not fit in the middle very well. You can get 1 in the middle, but that's about it. And 1 last tentacle. Should have enough. What's up, Jeremy? It's Mike. How are you? She's doing okay. She's doing good. I hope to get her Saturday. Thank you for asking. Okay. Did not want to come off. Where's the dragon? I don't know. Somewhere around here. Ostro or Ostrut. Okay. I got it now. Thank you so much for the jewels. All right, we're all good. This is the last tentacle. And that's why I do that. This may be not the last tentacle. I gotta fix that. So a little piece shot off there. This little bit right here shot off. So I gotta fix that real quick and meld it back up. That's why you got to work glass super fast. When it gets stressed out like that, it shoots and breaks. It does not like to be cold at all. But the other reason I love glass is because that just happened and I fixed it like it never even happened. This one, we're just going to make it, again, a very loose. I need to get more bend than that in there. Yeah, we got to add more bend than that. This needs to get fixed. What's up, Tricky Wild? Butterfly. I have a couple styles I'm working on right now. I'll show you one. I haven't finalized my butterfly yet. I'm gonna park that in there. That should give me enough tentacles. Yeah, I've got two models of butterflies that I'm working on, really trying to get down. But it can definitely be a pain in the butt when you don't know which way you want to go. These are prototypes though, so don't judge it based on what it is. But that is butterfly number 1. I don't know about that. So that's the first style I'm working on. That's going to be the butterfly. And the second style is, this one's really off. It's very, very rough prototype, but like that. The wings aren't balanced. I got to figure that out, but there is that style. And I haven't figured out which way to go. All right, yeah, we're going to put the jellyfish together. This will be fun. Let's do it. So the first thing I have to do is build a platform for all the tentacles. You like number 2? Really? Okay, if you guys have a comment on which way you would like, which butterfly you like, let me know. I love input from everybody. All right, so this is going to take a minute. Yeah, this rod's a little short. That's going to be too short. I need a little bit more extension on there. All right, now we can make it. Yeah, tanzanite would be really pretty with it. Number 2. Yeah, it's they take about the same time. Yeah, of course, Joey. If you purchase it, we could definitely make it for you. What's up, Christy? Thank you for the fest. Cheers, Christy. Thank you, Christy. How are you doing tonight? So what I'm doing right now is building it. This is technically called a Maria ring. Take it like this and you push it together, it forms a ring, like a donut wheel or a disc. So technically right now I'm building that up, and this will be the platform that I put all the little tentacles on. Hey, Red Squeak. All right, a little bit more. Then I'm going to use this here to kind of balance it out. I think that'll do it. Separate it there. Melt everything in. So that's the platform that all the little tentacles are going to get stuck to. Courtney, thank you for the floating heart. I appreciate you. So this is the uranium glass. I'm just making sure all the little tentacles are glowing. They are perfectly good. That's what the uranium does. Yeah, we did opals last week. Got it, Joey. Thank you. All right, let's start assembling. Let's do the assembly. Pull the flame down. See, this is going to be the hard part. Every time you start adding more and more of these, they want to move around because you're heating right at the core. So much for going smaller. Sometimes I don't know if I can make crap small. This one's definitely going to have a lot more flair to it. When I started out, I was making nothing but sperm. Everything I made looked like sperm. But I was 8, so Okay, let's add this. I gotta find a blank spot. Right there. Yeah, right there. So that's where we're at so far. This one's definitely going to have a wider path to it. Damn it. I did not want to make it this big. I was trying so hard to go small. That right there. And last one right there. I didn't think I was going to use all 10. And that's my holding point for when I go to attach it to the actual top of the jellyfish. But that's definitely going to be a wide jellyfish. Bring it up here and start melting in. There is an ever so slight tiny crack in here that I am going to have to work out. So if you're wondering why the two flames, this one is fixing the crack, this one's keeping the top hot so that the rest of the piece doesn't cool down too much. All right, we're going to park that in the kiln. And the pre-piece that I did earlier is not going to be big enough. So now we got to make the top. Is it easier to crack the smaller it gets? No, the reason it cracked is I had like 10 different attachments in there. Hold on one second. Oh, really, TikTok? Hold on, I got to do this caption on TikTok. Okay, so what happens is as you start adding every little piece on there, it puts a tremendous amount of stress in the glass. Every single attachment. So we ended up getting too much stress in there. And that's what that mini torch is for. It just kind of helps mellow it out, without melting everything in there. No, it's very rare I use that tool. I hate the little mini torch. No, it won't crack anymore. It's all good. It was just too much stress in there. All right, we're going to use this for the top. We're going to fume it. I should probably get my gold and stuff ready. I already got gold ready. We're good. So we're going to fume this with metals, precious metals. And it's going to turn all those amazing colors. I did, but it's too small. Yeah, I already know that piece is not going to be big enough. Yeah, kind of like humans crack under stress. Trust me, I'm pretty safe. I'm all good. The only thing that makes me unsafe is bean burritos. So, but we're good with that, so you don't have to worry. The raving snail is funny. I missed it, Christy. I'll see it on the replay, though. I'll check it out on the replay. I'm going to actually post it. I'll go in and repost it. All right, let's preheat this thing. You need proper glasses? Duh. I've been doing this 30 years. I think I got it handled. I got it. We're all good. I'm good. I got it. Okay, so we got to seal this down a little bit, thicken it up, and then we'll blow it out into an open top. That was funny. Nope, my hands won't burn. There were two that was sent. Oh, I'm so sorry, Red Squeak. I will repost them both. All right, so we got to separate this now. Pull this little top off. And here we go. So the whole point on this one is we're going to shrink it down a little bit. And as we do that, it's going to thicken the piece up. And that's going to make it a lot more durable in the end. But I need the top end of this to be super, super, super thick. Like incredibly thick. Because that's where all the weight is going to be residing. Almost like a light bulb. My playlist is StreamBeats by Harris Heller. He's on YouTube. It is called StreamBeats. And it is copyright-free music. So you can replay it on your stream and not get tagged. All right, this next part's kick-ass. This is going to be a lot of fun. Y'all ready for this? This is tubing. We have to separate the tubing, but we have to open it up. And we're left with that. Look how waffly my face is with that. And we have to cut some off here. Oh, we're getting a little whistle. Actually, I don't know if we have to cut any off. Maybe we don't. I'm gonna get this ready. I want it misshapen. I want it warped like a jellyfish. I'm gonna turn it to this side though. I got a little bit better spin with this hand. All right, we're good. So I have to add the color now. We have to add in extra color. So on the end of this is pure silver. It's a little silver nugget. It's pure silver. We're gonna vaporize it in the flame and shoot it to the inside of this tube. And it's gonna totally change all the colors. That is not the right setting. There we go. All right, here we go. Now we'll change it. Had to squeeze that silver out of there. So now we colored it with silver on the inside. So that is silver plated from the inside out. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Christy, for the fest cheers. I saw that. So now we're going to flare this way out. And that changes all the color. Now we're going to use gold in the end, and I'll gold fume it after we get this pretty far open and put the little tentacles in there. Okay, you're trying to go. So you can see we're starting to get that jellyfish top going. But this one is flaring a little wacky right here. We're going to help it a tiny bit. So now we got the jellyfish top going. And last but not least, we have to add in the center part. You know what? I'm going to build this up a little bit thicker. I'll come right back to it. I promise it's going to be fine. But this is where everything gets attached, so I got to be super careful. It's got to be ultra thick, super attached, or it's going to break. And I do not need it breaking. Okay, there we go. I need to keep this separate. So I'll explain what the method was right there. I needed to make a little thicker spot where I'm going to attach the tentacles and the top together. I didn't want to have it on this thin rod. Too much weight, too much pull. The leverage would have snapped it. Okay, so we got that part done. Let's bring the top back out. I got one waffle stomp part right here. Okay. I hate this part. This gets hot as hell. Because the damn flame's coming right back at you. All right, we should be pretty solid here. Everything looks good. There's no flaws. Everything's melted. Going to detach here. So we should be good. We're ready for assembly. pull a little bit of this off because I don't need that much of it. It's always to have a little less than more. The last step is to add the gold to it before we get it done. So that has a little nub in it now. That's where I'm going to attach everything. But we're see how the color looks right now. We're going to totally change that. So on this is a little tiny chunk of gold. It is pure gold. And we're going to vaporize that in here, and it's going to create an amazing color. Oh, there it is. Need to change it up just a little bit. Excuse me. So that was a little chunk of pure gold falling off my damn rod. Well, I'm gonna have to find it later. We're gonna cut a new one. I can't believe I did that. So this is the gold coin I cut up. It's a Canadian maple leaf. All right, let's do the gold again. I'm not going this far with this piece not to have the gold on there. All right, let's do it again. This time without the fail. So again, there's the color. We're going to totally change it. Okay. Now one little adjustment here. This will give me a different shade of gold. Whoop. Damn it, I am having a gold malfunction tonight. Got to pick up every bit of that. I think I'm okay with that though. It looks okay. Has a good color combo to it now. All right, let's put the jellyfish together. Final moment. No cracks, we're all good. This one's kind of badass. I like the extra flair to it. All right, we're good. So that's it. I can't leave it out too long. There we go. Oh, I found my gold. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. It's stuck, that little nugget stuck right to the end of my knife right there. You can see it looks like a little pimple on there. But there's the gold. It's stuck right on my knife. I am happy I found it. Now if I could just get it off. Yeah. Golden knife. Thank you. Yeah, that was kind of fun. That one's a pain in the butt to mail out. That's going to be a box in a box, and it has to have like a suspension, like a cushion suspension for the shipping. But I could definitely get it there. I'm doing good. How's everybody else doing? All right, let's pick up that gold. At least I found that one. I'll find the one on the floor later. So much for making it. I was trying to make a small jellyfish. Thank you, Wendy. How are you? Doing good. Went orthopedics. I don't know. We're going to do something with this. I don't know what the heck we're going to do. All right, we're going to silver fume it, though. We're going to grab a little silver here. We're going to fume it. Vaporize that silver on there. Where'd the silver go? Man, I'm losing all my metals tonight. This is not good. There it is. I'll show you a little technique that's kind of cool with taking little bits like this and transforming them into something different. And you can do a lot with tiny little bits of glass. So we're gonna go through it. What's up, Dragonfly? So we're gonna grab it here. So we're going to thin this way out. We're going to pull it way down. And then we're going to put little Maria rings in here for an ornament. We're just going to make a little ornament. We're going to take a small little piece and make it a lot bigger, but cool looking too. And for anybody that's learning glass blowing, that's watching, this is a great technique to learn. You will learn a lot of control with glass by doing this exact technique. So we're going to bring it down and we're going to pull it way down. Like that. Try and keep it as straight as possible. Okay. So got a big ass piece from a small. Now we're going to bring it here. We're going to tighten the flame up a lot. Very oxidizing, sharp flame, not loose. And then you're just going to skim the surface, the very top of that flame. Not all the way in. And as you're spinning, push it together. You're going to get a little ring in there. Like that. I'll bring it over in just a second so y'all can see it. But we're going to push a few of them in here. This is good practice, even for me. Just keep going down. And again, you don't want to put it all the way in the flame. You just want to skim the top surface. It'll teach you a lot of control about melting things together too. Okay, this one's going a little wobbly because it's too thin, but we're going to fix it anyway. Just got to be patient with it. All right, let me separate this. So there's the little rings that you push in. Now I didn't get it perfect. I did not get it far. I'm far from perfect on it. Then you take it like this and you're just going to add a little bubble to it. And all this came off of just a little tiny piece of tubing. So you can practice, and if you do it well enough, you can probably sell the item. Bring it out here. Like that. Add a little hook to it. I probably should have pre-made the hook. Make sure it's all nice and clean. I don't know how many people I see make a hook and then don't fix it. So then you just have this little bobble, some little funky things coming down. And then because the glass is so thin, you can just burn it off. This one would not require a separate hole or anything for it. And just grip it here, bring it way down here, and trim it off. Pull it down. I think that took, what, a few minutes? Yeah, so you can take little tiny pieces like that, toss them together, and just make stuff. Okay, I think this is UV glass. We're going to try it. If this is pink UV, we're going to do something cool with it. Actually, I know exactly what we're going to do with it if it is. I'll throw this a little bit with you. I really think it's pink UV. Yep. I don't know if you can see that. I'll put it down here. You can see it going super bright pink under the UV. I think this light does a better job. Not sure. I think the battery's dead. Holy crap. Yep, battery's dead. Yeah, so that is pink UV glass. We're going to take that and we're going to make a spinner top out of uranium and pink. It'll be a spinning top. So the biggest portion of it will be pink glass, pink uranium. It's not uranium, pink UV. The reason is the uranium is so overpowering, it will overpower the pink. So you got to do a lot of pink and a little bit of uranium. The uranium will overpower the pink where you don't even see it. Okay, let's grab it together and pop it. I don't know if I'm going to reorder this stuff. Hasn't been my favorite. So this is going to be the spinner top, like the toys, the little spinning toys. I call them fidget spinners, but I have a couple of them around here somewhere. All right, let's grab the uranium glass. This is the uranium, like that. I love the uranium. It's so much fun to work with. I think I got a pretty rare piece. You don't look uranium, are you? That might be citrine if it is. Oh, citrine. That's ion, that's citrine. This is really rare. So this is the difference between ion and citrine uranium. Grab a little piece. You can see the color difference. This has more of a brownish green, and this is lime green. We're going to use the citrine on this. There we go. And here we go. So this will be pink UV and uranium. And it's going to be a big spinner top. If we're going to do it, we're going to go big and make it work. There we are. Let's blend this together a little bit. I'm going to push this deep inside here. All right, we are looking good. I'm going to pull this little bit of clear off. Okay, so right now we have an acorn shape, and we need to fix it up. That's right. Uranium rods are always sold out because of me. I've got color from 1993. I've actually, now that I have my mom's color rods, I have colored glass from 1972 that was produced and is no longer produced by companies. No, I even have older. I've got uranium glass from 1940. I've got the original uranium. It's back when they did all the glass in metric or standard sizes. It's close to 16 millimeter, but it's not. I can show you the difference between uranium glass from the 40s and current day uranium. It's kind of trippy. The new uranium glass is definitely a lot stronger color. It is definitely a lot brighter. The manufacturing process has definitely gone a lot different. All right, let's see how this one's faring. I don't know how this one's doing. I always test them out before we get too far. So we're going to bring it out and just kind of check it, make sure it's, yeah, it's good. That's good. Back in the day, standard was the sizes. That's how you know you've got really old Pyrex. No, I'm not going to chill out on uranium. I love it. You chill. You can go elsewhere. Damn it. So we got to pull this down a little bit thin. The smaller the handle, the better it spins. The longer it goes. But you just can't make it too fragile. That will spin forever. I'll leave it out for a little bit. It doesn't have to go in the kiln right away. We'll leave that out. We'll check it spinning in just a little bit. So this is tubing from 1940. Right here, this is uranium 1940s. And this is present day. Stop moving. So you can see the difference. It still glows pretty bright, but not that bright. But yeah, that is 1940s right there. And yeah, definitely a huge difference between the two. This stuff's still awesome, but okay, kind of in a uranium mood. Let's do a uranium ornament. So we're going to do clear. Uranium glass is exactly what it sounds like. It's glass that is uranium. I know, right, Christy? So it glows under black light, a really bright green. But also in the sunlight, it has a really cool green effect to it. There we go. So we're just going to do a random ornament. Well, it's not just the hollow tube, it's the concentration of the uranium that is the difference between the amounts that the uranium oxide they added in, I'm sure. All right, let's preheat this. Thinking of doing something close to this type of style. This is the one we did last night, like that. And then we did the icicle last night. I forgot to show it with the gold fume. That actually came out really neat. I love the gold on it. But this is a giant icicle. It's way too big. It depends on the dog. I can do a balloon dog. Thank you, Ali. All right, we should be good here. I'm actually going to use a little bit of the shimmer green too. So we're going to do a little combo. All right, so we just spun that up and got some color added on. And now we're going to spin up the, crap. Is that the citrine? I got to make sure I have my uranium. That looked uranium, but it may not be. Nope. Oop, right there. You are my winner. Now we're going to spin the heck out of this one. We're just going to make a simple, traditional looking ornament. Yeah, so this is called a lot of people call it a wrap and rake, R-A-K-E, with what I'm going to do with it. We're going to spin it up right there. I'm going to double it up a little. I didn't get enough on there. So now we have everything kind of spun up in there. And we're going to take some clear glass and we're just going to go over it and change the composition of it. So we're going to start at the top of those coils and pull the color through. very simple technique. Once you get used to it, you can have a lot of fun with it. It's not overly complicated. But it just kind of spins things up and changes the direction of it. You can still see some of those lines, but everything is also kind of blended. So we're gonna get that all melted in now. And super blended. All right, here we go. So I'm going to get this extra hot. We're just going to superheat it. Then I'm going to slowly twist it a little. So we get all those colors spiraling around even more. This top part blended a little bit better. It's really wonky right now. Then we'll take it this way, give it a little puff of air. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change my mind. We're doing something different. It just turned out, it just appeared to be. It looks really cool. We're going to turn it to a damn mushroom. Little mushroom ornament. The piece spoke to me. It spoke to me. So we're going to take this and actually mushroom it out. It's going to look kick-ass too. Got to get it a little bit different, refine it just a little bit more. So I'll have a glowing uranium mushroom. So there's the top of it so far. I think we're going to be good. Uh-oh. I know the color is popping on this one. I do like it. But I have to pull the mushroom stem first. Okay, here we go. Just gonna bring it out. Almost looks like a jellyfish. Yeah, sometimes you do change midstream or mid-action. When you're doing something freehand, like just kind of off the cuff your brain, the brain waves are working, don't always work. Oxygen and propane, yeah. All right, so this is the next part. This is where it gets a little tricky. So I got to heat underneath it and get this mushroom to collapse. So I have to heat right there. Hopefully you can see that all the way around this bottom section so that we can collapse the mushroom cap. And here we go. So we're just going to heat right underneath the mushroom cap there, and we're just going to let it self-collapse. Bring it out, make sure it's all good. Little puff of air, and then you can see it went from that jellyfish look to an actual like mushroom cap. And that I like. Now we just have to put a hook on it. Or a baby jellyfish. Yeah, I've tried the baby jellyfish and it turned out bigger than this one. I'll bring out the jellyfish. I haven't absolutely completed it yet, but I got to complete the jellyfish. And we're going to spin it up. Make sure that's all good. So we got the little hanger for it. Should make a nice Christmas ornament. Actually, that's going to be pretty neat, to be honest. No, you didn't tell me you liked the jellyfish. Wait till you see the one I just did. Unless you saw it already. All right, we got to separate this tubing. This never gets boring. I love this part. Let's trim this off. Okay, so there is the mushroom so far, but we're not done yet. We're not done. I don't want the stem clear. We're going to definitely use some gold, fire gold inside it. Hopefully the gold doesn't frickin' fall off again. There we go. We're going to totally change it. Ooh. And there we go. Now we have that little bit of a golden stem to it. And that is a kick butt little mushroom. Like that. A little golden hue. And it's going to be bright, super bright green. All right, time to separate the jellyfish. For the next minute or two, I will not be watching chat. And I need... This is the only time you're going to see me wear gloves, when this part. Because if that jellyfish starts to fall, I'm going to catch it. There's no way in hell I'm going to let it fall. Yep, we're double bagging this one. Yeah, I wish they'd make these freaking gloves bigger. Damn. There. These things are so freaking tiny. All right, here we go. So there is the jellyfish from earlier. This one's freaking awesome. That's all completed. Yeah, this one's epic. Golf gloves. This is the only thing that you can, golfing gloves are the only thing that you can really feel like the glass with a little bit. Otherwise, you just can't feel the glass with those big ass gloves. Yeah, that thing was kind of cool, right? All right, so let's see if this one's cooled off. And it's, look at that. I told you it'd be kick-ass. All right, there's the pink and green that I was saying for the color. That is badass. Look at that coloring. Can you guys see the pink and green? I hope you can. I hope the contrast isn't off too much. Now let's see if it actually spins. Wait, I got to do it better. Hold on one second. All right, that was a pretty fail. Let me get it a little bit better. Ah, damn it. There. If it didn't hit crap, it would spin for a while. Yeah, that one's kind of kick butt. Hold it up? Yeah, I could do that. I'll try and bring it over. It's really hard to see with the black light, but yeah. Actually, I can do it this way because I got some big fat fingers, man. There. That's better. So that's the little spinner top. I'll run it through the kiln later. I do got to check one thing real quick. Let's check it. I've been trying to hit 10K on... Okay, you're going to open up? Oh my God, we're not even close yet. We are way far off. $123 subscribers off. Damn it. I thought we were going to hit 10K tonight. Well, we can still try. Christy, thank you. Daisy girl, send me a message. Christy, thank you. Have a good night. Happy Thanksgiving. I will be on tomorrow for a while. Just because. All right. So let's try something else. Okay. We've got a little bit of heat. God, that feels good, actually. All that heat. Okay, we're going to try that uranium and green mixture just in a basic ornament, like nothing super exotic. Just kind of a cool look to it. Very traditional. No mushroom this time. We're just going to make a traditional style ornament. All right, let's wrap some uranium around. We'll do the shimmer green and then more uranium. So we'll go uranium, shimmer, uranium. Then we'll mix it all up and hopefully have a neat little look to it. Okay, we're looking good. I just have to fuse that on there or it will pop off. It's not stuck on there. So we got the little coils running around like a little spring in the step. Then we're going to grab some shimmer green and wrap that around as well. Yeah, it is happy Thanksgiving Eve. I will be streaming for a while tomorrow. Since my mom is still in the hospital, we're going to kind of wait until she gets back to have a full Thanksgiving dinner, even though it won't be on Thanksgiving Day, but we just wanted to include her. So hopefully she's out of the hospital Saturday. No, she doesn't come home till Saturday, is what they're telling me right now. So they, you know, after the surgery, they definitely have to keep an eye on her. She's feeling good. You know, having that big ass pulmonary embolism removed, she can breathe better. But I guess it was one of the biggest pulmonary embolism, whatever it's called, embolisms they have ever seen at the University of Washington Hospital, where she's at. They actually took pictures of it. Thank you. I can't believe she's so proud. They took pictures of her clot. It's like, okay, Mom. Hey, Betty. YouTube, big shout out to you, Betty. Thank you for all your support always. And thank you very much for the kind message, Betty. I appreciate it. All right. So now we have color wrapped all the way around. And we're going to stripe it down. We're going to do lots of striping on this, though. I'm going to show you before I complete the method here, so you can see the difference of what takes place. So see that versus that. So that's what striping it down does. It kind of gives it that grid texture. Oh, thank you. I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers. We're like 100 and something away. Yeah, we just finished a really kick butt jellyfish. It's bigger than this one. More ornaments? Yep. And lots of fun stuff. We've been making some funky stuff. The flame is about 3,800 degrees, give or take. It can be off by a couple hundred, depending on how I set it. Can be a little bit higher, a little bit lower. And if I use a different mixture other than propane, if I use a chemaline mix, then it can go up to about 4,500. But the torch itself doesn't get hot like that. See? Actually, that feels hella good right now. Pull this off. I gotta pull this down to organized point. Right now it's unorganized. It's all discombobulated. Guy Ferrari? No, I'm Guy Porsche. All right, here we go. Yep, it is the GTT Kabuki. So now that's all organized. So all the colors converge into the front and they're all blending. So when I get to finish this off, it's going to look kick butt. So we're going to heat it up, blow it out. This is going to be more in the peppermint style that I normally do, the thinner ornament. And the reason I like the style that I'm doing now is it is incredibly strong. These things literally bounce off the floors. And that's what I like about it. I know the round ones bounce sometimes, but they can blow up too. These never blow up on me. So we're just going to take it, flatten it out a little bit. Christmas ornament. No, I've never made a dinner bell. Interesting concept though. And now you can see all the colors kind of swirling up in the pattern up there at the front. We're getting all those little galaxy swirls. All right, we do have to pop a hole in it, and that's where the hook will go when I'm done. I'll put the hook right over this hole. This one's really thick. Ooh, I love this color. I have to show it. So it doesn't look like much right now, right? Now look at it. So up against a dark tree, you're going to get all those patterns running through it. Then when it cools off, it'll have the uranium bouncing on it. The swirl from Starry Night, yep. So now we're going to swirl the other end too. So it'll have dual swirls on it. And that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to create the other swirl. Should have it pretty good right here. A little bit thicker. So we're going to spin this up. And this is going to have an intense spiral to it. I can always get this one a lot lot tighter. Then we're gonna take this and push it in with gravity. I really don't have to do anything. Just let nature do its stuff. Science. Science, Mr. White. And if you know what that's from, we can definitely be friends. And there we go. She's almost tucked in. We're going to help it along with a little bit of a carbon tool here. Just gently give it a little nudge. Balance it out. So this spiral here is 10 times more intense than the other one. Now we just have to put a hook on it, and I'll show it to you. I'm sure it's, man, right on the money. And then just tap it off. Boom. Spin that up. Fire polish that. Now, this does have the uranium, so it will look a lot more intense later. But right now, it has that really nice green spiral going through it on both sides. So that's the looser side. This one's the tight one. And you can't see it right now, but the spiral right in the middle is super tight. Looks good though. I'm pretty happy with it. I am not disappointed. Air Bear, thank you for the happy poop. Who doesn't like happy poop? Is it hard to mold gauze that way? No. No, it's just practice. It is not hard to mold it. It's actually pretty flexible to do that way. It's not bad though, at all. All right, this is 2.5 hours of streaming. I might actually be, what's up, JoJo? Happy Thanksgiving to you too, and same with Melinda, Creative. I need to take a break for a little bit. It's been 2.5 hours. You have hooks in the kiln? Nope. No, everything just sits in there. Unfortunately, the hooks would kind of melt. But anyway, I am going to head off for a little bit, and I don't know if I'll be back tonight, but I will be on tomorrow. Turkey Day. So I will see you all later. Have a good evening if I don't see you. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'll sign off on TikTok here. And YouTube, thank you very much for hanging out. I appreciate you guys.